Hello my mother duckers, and welcome back to the Kill Count. Today I will be covering South Park Bigger, Longer and Uncut, released in 1999. South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker are literally the funniest fucking dudes ever. Here's a very old interview with them about this movie.
Say, okay, start the movie, have some stuff happen, and then like 10 minutes in, some big stuff needs to happen. And then right about 30 minutes in, that's your first act, so you need like some stuff that changes that stuff. You know, people are gonna be like, whoa, you know, because just like, how much stuff, and how stuff in Act 2 came from Act 1, but then the Act 1 stuff sort of related to the things in Act 3. You know, it's pretty amazing.
Also this really runny intro they did. But anyways, this movie is about the kids watching the new Terrence and Phillip movie. They start talking all shitty after, and their moms don't like it. Meanwhile Kenny dies and goes to hell, where he sees Satan. He's in this weird ass relationship with Saddam Hussein. The moms get pissed about how much the kids have potty mouths, so they decide to kill Terrence and Phillip. But if they do, the world ends. Did you get all that? I'm also gonna be adding behind the scenes from their short movie called 6 Days to Air. It's about them making South Park.
So I got them corralling the real version.
Whenever Cartman comes in, it doesn't matter what's going on in the story. He just has to have brought the front guy a huge cappuccino with 6 extra shots.
It's really cool to see how this all got made. I also made a South Park knockoff series. Shit flopped. But anyways bitches, let's get to those kills. The movie begins with Stan singing a bitch ass song. He goes to get all his friends. They go get Cartman. It turns out the new Terrence and Phillip movie came out, and they go to watch it.
Terrence and Phillip Ashes of Fire has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. You have to be accompanied by a parent or guardian.
But why?
Because this movie has naughty language!
They decide to pay a homeless man to buy the tickets. It works. They start watching this goofy ass movie. The next day at school, everyone surrounds them asking about the movie. Stan sees Wendy the bitch he likes. He fucking throws up on her. This fuckboy comes up, and Stan thinks she likes him. Now to class. This shit happens.
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
They get sent to Mr. Mackey's office, and asks why they been swearing. Then they fucking moms come in. Kyle's mum gets fucking pissed, and asks where they learned it from. They end up saying it's cause the new Terrence and Phillip movie. Then it starts going crazy on the news. Then Kyle's mum gets on this shit. Mr. Mackey tries to tell them that swearing's bad, in a gay ass song. Then they just go see the fucking moving again. After that Cartman dares Kenny that he can't light his fart on fire, but then Kenny's ass gets lit. At the hospital is where him account him as dead. Then their moms get pissed again. Here's some really old footage on how South Park was made.
When execs saw the short, they jumped to order a pilot, and that first official South Park episode was done entirely with these little guys.
This is all from the pilot.
This is like the original South Park. It's a construction character.
That was the hardest thing, was organizing the pilot, because it really got messy in there.
There was another major drawback. It took 3 months and a crew of 8 to shoot the first 22-minute episode.
Back to Kenny. It turns out he goes to hell, and sees a whole bunch of fucked up people, like Hitler, and John Wayne Gacy. Back to the school. Kyle's mum starts telling them the plan, then starts singing about claiming Canada. Now to the kids. They watch Terrence and Phillip on this talk show. Then Kyle's mum fucking pulls up on their asses. Conan can't take it and just jumps out the window. This dude declared war, and they fucking bomb these random ass people. Back at school, they get told to come to the gym, where they turn on the news. They say they're gonna kill Terrence and Phillip. Back to Kenny. The devil straps him to this thing. Then Saddam's ass comes out, and starts getting freaky with the devil. Now back at the school, Stan does this.
Go to... What do you think, Stan? damn it!
Cartman starts calling Kyle's mum a bitch, not knowing she's right behind him. Then she show their new plan. Whenever the kids swear, they get shocked. They try to stop this, then sing a gay ass song. Back to Kenny. It turns out the devil's plan is when Terrence and Philip die, they will show up. Meanwhile Saddam just wants to get it in. Back to these fuckers. They end up seeing Cartman's mum on this weird ass video.
If you were in a German Scheiße video, you'd tell me, right?
Sure, hon. Good night.
Then he sees Kenny. He tells him the devil's coming. Back to him. He says he doesn't like how Saddam just wants it, and walks away. Then sings this bitch ass song. Back to the boys. They set up a club, then bring all these people in. Now to the war. The sergeant says some racist ass shit. He gets pissed that his Windows 98 stopped working, and shoots Bill Gates in the face. Back to the devil. He gets pissed cause Saddam. And Kenny clearly says why don't you just fucking leave him. It's cool to see how they come up with the episodes. Apparently they just come up with random shit, and it only takes like 5 days for them to complete one episode.
And you gotta feel safe to just go, what about this? And it's like people go, and you go, okay, you know, I don't take any offense, you didn't like my idea, and you gotta feel like, it's weirdly vulnerable. No, it just started happening where we would do it in 2 weeks, and then we would do it, and oh my God, we just did a show in 10 days, I can't believe that was crazy, and then it was like, oh my God, 7 days, and it was like, oh my God, we just did it, and then it just turned into like, we just do a show a week, and it just kind of got there. Technology got to the place that we could do that too. 15 years ago, we were using $30,000 desktop boxes that were really specialized, and even they were like creeping slow compared to now. We just have Macs off the shelf. So basically the show can keep up with as fast as we can go.
Yeah, just keep a frowning mouth on him.
They go to get this kid named Zemal. They asked him for help to break out Terrence and Philip. The army is doing this thing. They start talking about the plan. These dudes set up Terrence and Philip. They cut through the barbed wire and slip through.
Do you see Terrence and Philip?
Yes, but they are heavily guarded.
They sneak over to this place, where Zemal tells them what to do. Then they bring out Winona Ryder. She does some fucking weird shit. They boys tell Gail to sing, just to spare time. Cartman goes to shut off the power, but Kenny comes up and detracts him. He goes to tell them, not realizing he didn't shut off the power. Then Zemal's ass gets caught, and bit up, and also gets added on the count. They start killing them, but then Canada attacks. Cartman saves them. Then they're like so much fucking kills. This war really gets crazy. The kids all get together. Kyle tells his mum to stop this, but then just shoots Terrence and Philip. The devil starts coming out, and everyone gets afraid. Saddam still just wants it. Then Cartman uses his weird ass powers to defeat him. Then the devil just throws him away, like trash. Kenny says he has to go back to hell, but first.
Goodbye, you guys.
Then it just gets all bright outside, and the movie ends with a gay-ass musical. Not once I mentioned this movie is basically a musical, but whatever the fuck. 86 people died in this movie, and yet again, I don't know all the genders. I will give Golden Peter Griffin for coolest kill, to Bill Gates, just cause how funny it is.
5 million.
Alright men, get lots of rest!
And Drunk Peter for gayest kill, to the people who got bombed.
On the next kill count.
Legal and now I'm just trying to survive. The man in the house, so I gotta provide. You coming with me, you staying